Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the SlapDash podcast. It is good to be back and to see everyone today.
By
Uh,
everyone, he means me.
yes, all you hear in the background is a bunch of crickets, besides this guy.
Ha ha ha. But yeah, this last episode was pretty cool. We got T on for once, which is really cool.
Yeah, and we were all in the funny enough, we were all in the same
Yeah,
room
so if like
recording.
the last episode, like the Discord light ups doesn't match with that, that's why I just put like the Discord overlay picture in over the audio.
Yeah, it was it was pretty fun time. We were just joking around, messing around the entire time, not
Yeah,
taking anything seriously. I mean, when it comes to this channel, I don't think we ever take anything
I
seriously.
got a feeling that this episode is going to be a little different because whenever you host, we usually either have a conversation about cars or like some deep psychological shit.
Well, I think I wanted to bring up a specific thing that happened at school yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the whole lockdown thing.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. Well, you're the
Yeah, so
host. Go ahead and lead.
so yes. All
Sorry.
right, thank you. Shut the fuck
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
up. So yesterday, yesterday at our school, Rincon High School, or RUHS, there was a there was some strange activity going on near and around the school, to the point where there were police officers on campus and around the school itself. And we had, what was it, two soft lockdowns in a row?
Yeah, but thing is, from what I heard, I heard it in my choir class and also from Marcus. There was three kids I think who were found with like guns on the campus. So
Makes
in
enough
in
sense.
reality, it should have been a hard lockdown, but it wasn't.
And I also heard rumors that apparently there was a SWAT team on site.
Yeah, I think there was. I think it was like near the front entrance. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
there
we
was.
probably shouldn't reveal what school we go to, by the way.
Yeah, 'cause I just said that though.
What did you say the actual name?
I did say Rincon and RUHS.
Okay, there's multiple rincons. I think it should be good. As long as you don't say like the specifics, we should be
Yes, it
good.
just gives them the address to the school. All right, so here it is.
I think we should be good on that
As
anyway.
long as we don't dox ourselves and our own address, we're fine.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, but like I said, the thing is, it's like not confirmed whether they were airsoft guns or real guns. I've heard like mixed, um, uh, I've heard mixed things from the people I've heard it from.
Yeah, same here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. All I do know is that there was a lockdown, and during math class, my teacher was confusing Duck Duck Goose with Heads Up 7 Up. It was a
Yeah,
fun
I just
time. I
spent
mean,
my whole English class just chilling.
yeah, I was just getting some math work done, and we just heard an announcement that the teachers should check their email. I'm like, okay, so the teachers are just going to check their email. Then the bell rings, and then my math teacher says, "All right, make sure to stay in your seat. Make sure we're not going to third period." I'm like, wait, what? Why not? It's like then he starts telling us about the stuff that he got from the email and some noisy stuff going around. I'm like, that's not.
I know that one time there was a hard. I think you were. I can't remember if you were here for that or not. That one time there was a hard lockdown because there was this kid with a baseball bat who was like fighting another kid, and he like pulled out the baseball bat out of nowhere and just started swinging on the kid. And I think
Oh,
he actually. I
I
think
was
you were.
I was there for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he also like hit a teacher in the face with it. Actually,
It's so stupid, but it's so funny. It's like
he just like spawned out of his inventory.
you just imagine like the Gmod menu sound when you're scrolling through your selectable weapons. He just pulls it out.
Or like the GTA 5 weapon wheel.
Just pulls it out. he's like messing with an NPC, and they're like, "Oh, you're really gonna get it now." He just pulls out the bat. He's like, it was, seriously. I mean, yesterday it was pretty confusing, but I don't know. I don't know what was going on because all I do know is that it happened twice in a row. The second time it was just like a extra precaution, and we were able to do everything and move on with the day. Although period three was shortened a bit.
Hmm.
Other
So,
than
how are we gonna turn this into an interesting topic? Sorry, I'm just fucking with you.
normally we tangent off into some random topics, but what I will also say is that what was it? The previous day, so on Thursday, there was also well, surprise, surprise, another fight.
I think I remember. I actually think I remember seeing it go
Al-
down.
Although the fight I'm specifically talking about took place after school,
Oh,
and it was I'm not sure where it was, but it everyone, of course, as high school mainly freshman kids do, everyone crowded around this giant group of kids and started pulling out their phones and recording.
hmm.
So you could so I someone showed me the whole fight go down. Not a surprise that that really happens.
What's your
And it's
opinion on like how they punish kids who get into fights? Because usually it's like suspension, but like,
yeah, I'm not
how do you
quite
think
sure.
that should work? Because I think honestly that if it's like clear who started the fight, the person who started the fight should get suspended, while the person who was simply defending themselves get off easy.
Yes, of course. And when it comes to school fights, the school really, to be totally honest with you here, the school only I'm not gonna say they only really care when this happens, but they're a lot more like hard on it when it's being recorded.
Probably because it like can affect like their reputation.
Of the school, yes, of course,
That's
but it's
probably
like,
why. But honestly, punishing the wrong person will probably affect it even worse.
yeah, it's like you take the kids who recorded the fight, and they're like, oh no, we can't have any. Which I mean, if you don't want the fight recorded, see, like you don't want anyone to know that a fight went down at the school, fair enough. But
But
the person,
to be fair, the fight happened after school hours, and
that's
like
true, that's
after
true.
that, the school's public property technically, so they're allowed to record.
Yeah, although of course it happened off campus.
Okay, so even then, they can't exactly stop them from recording. Then they're not breaking any rules. They can't like stop them.
Yeah,
Hell,
so
hell, they can't even stop the fight. It's off school campus. Like,
that's true. I mean, no one did. I mean, the only people who interfered were people, kids in the crowd with their phones.
mm,
Which
yeah.
I'm I'm gonna go ahead and bring up a dichotomy here. Okay, here's a real confusing thing when it comes to these kinds of fights for me. When it comes to recording like school fights or like street fights, I kind of find it pretty stupid.
I think they're kind of fun to watch.
Don't get me wrong, they can be fun to
As
watch.
long as no one's like getting shot or like having their head curb stomped, I don't see nothing wrong with just like little bit of a tussle, a little bit of a tussle,
A little bit of a kerfuffle.
a little bit of a kerfuffle. As long as no one's like getting seriously hurt, I don't see nothing wrong with just like watching.
Yeah, but the fight itself isn't really what's kind of like. The
Well,
thing that's
I
the
get
thing about
the record. I understand the recording. You know why? It's because it's like think about it. Like most media and stuff, it's like what do we like to see? Like cool fights and stuff. So like,
that's true.
and everyone wants their 10 seconds of fame, and there's like
That's true.
fights and stuff go viral like a lot, and everyone wants their 10 seconds of fame. So like, I mean,
That's true. And that's the reason why it's kind of a thing for me. And then there's the fact, I mean, the fights themselves, they could be funny, don't get me wrong. But it's like everybody constantly recording them and it's all everyone talks about. Then it
I've
kind of just,
I've seen a video where these two dudes are fighting in a school bathroom, and one of the dudes got their face slammed to the and like one of the dudes, they didn't like get slammed their face slammed by the other guy. They like tripped and their face. Hello, we're taking a little break in this video to show you our new sponsor for our channel, Dubby. Say hello to our sponsor, Dubby, an up-and-coming energy drink that uses no maltodextrin filters or artificial dyes and is packed with amino acids.
Nootropic and nootropic and 150 milligram of caffeine per serving, as well as having zero sugar and is completely gluten free.
Check it out at www.dubby.gg and use our code SlapDash for 10% off and to support our little channel here. It would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for sponsoring our tiny little and up and coming channel. Thank you all for coming back on the channel of SlapDash, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of it. Thank you very much.
He slammed into the urinal.
Ugh.
It was so funny cause it wasn't even the other dude's fault. The dude was up. The other guy was nowhere near him. He literally took a step, slipped, and he smacked his face in the urinal.
Yeah.
He was fine. He got up after and left, but like,
It,
it was
school
it's just funny.
school restrooms are never the cleanest anyway, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Worst I've seen in our bathrooms though is like people vaping and shit, but that's about
It starts listing off names of students.
it.
Just it's redacted each
You
time.
think I
Student.
know anyone's names besides you, Ivy, and some dudes from weight training?
No, definitely
Exactly. I
not.
forget your name sometimes, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Who
kidding.
wakes up in the morning, forgets who he is. Wait, what?
Wait, what am I doing? Why am I recording this?
It snorts some ketamine. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's who I am."
God.
But yeah, uh, like when it comes to like say stuff like violence at school or like fights that go down. Of course, when it comes to the fights themselves, sure. I mean, if you do need to like say settle a difference with a fight, it's understandable. It's understandable that you may need to throw some TKOs at each other to really settle a dispute. But
Go
of
ahead.
course, if it really does escalate into something worse, you should probably stop it at a certain point. But the recording aspect, like say, like I don't know, fame, like 1,000 fame thirsty freshmen just surrounding like a giant crowd that is already recording a certain fight going down. It's kind of like, oh my god, guys, look at that! Oh, oh. It's kind of like, I mean, to be fair, I did try to record fights when I was in middle school. I mean, it's middle school though. You know,
I actually did record a fight in middle
yeah,
school. You see it on my Instagram. It's on my
yeah,
Instagram
I know.
actually.
Now that is an interesting thing that did happen at our middle school. But you know what? I'll kind of touch on that in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and disclose. I'm gonna go and disclose a little bit more. With violence at school and like say settling disputes,
I fully support it.
I'm all for it, kid. I'm
Kill
fully
them.
for it.
Kill them, kids. Wait, no,
Grab
not
it.
like that. Not like that.
Oh my god.
Not like
Grab,
that. Fuck.
grab his dick and twist
The
it.
old dick twist.
Yo. But with say fights, I mean, you could settle these disputes. You could try and settle them after school. But of course, understandable if you can't wait by that point and you're really face meltingly angry at this person. I have a feeling at a certain point that fights could break out because somebody is angry at somebody and a certain person that's being, you know, confronted with, they don't know what they did wrong. And they just see this person walking up to them and fighting and yelling at them and they don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
Because at a certain point, that's going to start happening.
I don't know about that. People are still like conscious human beings who know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, of course. Although there are certain points where, like, say, some little drama happens and somebody doesn't even know that they were involved, or somebody could be randomly accused or
Well,
being put
that's the
into a
example of
situation.
like that's what I was saying earlier of like I'd say the person who starts the fight is the only one who should get in trouble.
That's my
That's
point.
that. I know that's what I said earlier.
Yes, that is. Yes, that is a good point. And yes, one who,
Unless the
you know,
dude who got attacked like fucking stomps the dude's face in on the curve or something, just fucking makes him bite the curve or some shit like that. Then
yes,
like,
then
well,
that's
that's a whole other legal dispute, but like still,
yeah. School fights are a bit tough. They're a bit complicated in a way.
morally complicated, I think you should
Morally
say.
complicated, yes. I mean, hey, if you need to settle a dispute with me, you want to throw the gloves on, we could step in the ring for a few rounds.
Dude, if I were
I'll
to throw hands with you, you'd be dead.
you just need to throw one hand.
I need to throw my one big toe.
Just need to pick my ass up and toss me out of the ring. Just
Ring, bitch, you're not even in the ring after 5 seconds.
it just picks me up, just not even throws me, just places me out of the ring.
I just pick you up and just hold you in the air. Put you in fucking air jail.
Yes. Now then for me, like for me, reporting street fights or school fights, violence like that, now it's understandable. It's when it comes to social media that has influenced us for like the past 20 years,
Yeah, I
you're
think
gonna want to do stuff like that.
something like that. Yeah.
It's fair enough, but it's not. It's also not the worst to settle disputes and fights because honestly, when it comes to like settling disputes through a fight, some people can be really forgiving. Of course, it's a scale. It's like two. It's like two scales being tipped. If the scales are tipped to the wrong side, like a really bad side, then fighting will just escalate it. And if the scales are tipped to a better side, then the people on both sides fighting will, ultimately be like, like chill. By that point, it just depends on like why the fight's going on.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think it also depends on why the fight happens.
That's really the old. That's
Like
ultimately that's.
I've seen people get into fights for stupid fucking reasons before.
Oh yeah, trust me. I've had some disputes with my buddies like that. It's like if, afterwards they're like, "Oh, stupid." I mean, we know. If a stupid fight breaks out and
Someone's
at the end,
having it's like oh he's like okay I understand like sometimes you have a bad day and like your fuse is kind of low. It doesn't take that much to take you off, but like you gotta have some
oh
kind of
yeah,
self
oh yeah.
control. Like I've had those days where I'm like I don't know just for like no reason just like have a low temper. I've had those days before. I get it, but it's like unless they like shit in your cereal or something like you don't gotta start a fight.
Just climbs on table, drops pants.
Oh God.
But yeah,
Mm.
it's a bit of a moral dilemma is all. It's really
Always comes back down to morals, doesn't it?
it's always boys. It's always boys.
Mm.
That's really how you can end a real conversation or subject like this. In the end, it's all about your morals.
And again, morals are just a human concept at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think ducks have morals.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Do you think dogs have morals?
Here's a better question. Dolphins.
Oh, fuck no, they do not.
Those freaky sons of those freaky sons of bitches down in the
Motherfuckers,
ocean.
motherfuckers are like.
Those those dolphins. I can't make a good dolphin noise.
You
You,
know,
you know what?
I just tried to make a dolphin noise, but it probably only picked up on my mic, and
You
it
know what you
probably
should
didn't pick
do.
up. Yeah, what?
What you should do is just grab a streamer. His name is Flight. He has a funny laugh where he sounds like a dolphin. Just put that clip in here.
Maybe if I'm not feeling lazy, maybe
Yeah, good point.
because it's a lot of work finding the clip and then finding this exact moment when to put the clip in. I can like hear the TV in the background or whatever.
Yeah, Family Guy's on right now.
Family Guy, Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
When I talk about TV shows, I think that that top school fight is kind of hard to talk about.
Yeah, to keep it on as a topic, let's go ahead and tangent off into a separate subject. TV
You
shows.
got any like philosophical stuff you want to talk about? Cause I'm down.
Philosophical.
Something that
Uh,
will make our viewers think.
hmm,
Something that will make our minds have to work. Hmm.
that's a good question. That is a good question.
Cause I know you like talking philosophy sometimes, so it could be
I
fun.
love philosophy, yes. And when it comes to different types of philosophy, like, it's not exactly sure which one to talk about. Or even if I do want to talk.
We, hmm.
Talking about school fights, like talking about school fights, I've wanted to talk about something. Talk about something funny, maybe.
Hmm.
So, oh, here's something.
The like Drake video.
Great video. Oh god,
Never
the
mind.
Drake and
We can't
the
talk
Drake
about that. Actually, never mind.
the Drake X Kardashian video.
It was Kardashian. I thought it. You must be thinking of something else. I thought it was Mia Khalifa.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'm just poking fun at the Kardashians. Uh, those human beings who have turned themselves into Barbie dolls.
Hmm. Very controversial.
Speaking of people like making themselves in plastic, you know the actress Megan Fox.
Yes.
So she recently went through some plastic surgery and some sort of facelift, and she changed her appearance on like quite a bit.
Hmm.
When I mean quite a bit, I mean a lot. She got those like big cheekbone cheeks, those big fish lips.
I don't know
She
why
like
people. I don't know why people want to look like cats so much. Like, cause they look like cats.
I don't know about cats. It's more like a fish that got hit in the face with a shovel.
I see cat. Like, you know, those like ball like it's like kind of how panther looks. You know how panther looks with like he's got that big old
Oh,
jaw and like kind of those like weird looking
no, that's
cheeks.
actually it's actually pretty good. Just puts up an image of one of the Kardashians with a panther. It's like
But yeah,
I
it's like they
need
look like cats. They have like a cat-ish facial structure.
corporate needs to find you the differences between this picture and this picture. They say there's at least seven. It's the same picture.
Have you seen those like dudes who like use like synthol oil or whatever and like make their biceps look bigger, or like just make their muscles look bigger?
No.
Bruh, it's the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. I'm gonna send you a picture of it.
Oh,
Let me find it. Just let me find it real quick. Uh,
yes. All right.
synthol
It's just googling it.
muscles.
So
Give me one
also,
second. Go ahead and talk while I'm doing this.
all right. Yeah. So when it comes to like say like recently, there's been a lot of people who have been undergoing like facelifts and plastic surgery, and a lot of it just doesn't look the best. Like the actress in the Boys TV show that plays the character Starlight,
Yeah.
she got one too,
Hmm.
and she already looked she looked amazing. she was gorgeous already, and then she like stretched her face up like a face contortion video.
Hmm.
And then you also have Megan Fox, who somehow her head looks twice as bigger now. It's
Yeah,
it
body dysmorphia is a weird thing.
it's
Cause that's what that derives from in like the end of the day. It's just severe body dysmorphia treated the
all right.
wrong way.
Sent the image.
Yeah.
It's loading. Hold on. Loading. Loading. What
Probably
idiot?
yeah, I'm probably not going to show that on the podcast because it's just kind of graphic. But
That is
like,
disgusting. What a
yeah,
idiot.
I've seen dudes like do that with like their whole upper body.
What what did he do exactly? What is what?
It's like synthol it's like oil injections pretty much to like make the muscle look bigger.
An injection directly into the bicep.
Yes, it's like literally how it sounds. Synthol like synthetic oil, just like
Ugh,
right into the muscle to like make them look bigger. And yeah,
that's
that also derives from body dysmorphia,
I I
which in the common day body dysmorphia has become way more common among people, especially celebrities, due to like the new like I guess standards of looks.
it's like what standards though?
I know.
What makes you do this? This guy looks like he has two basketballs in his biceps.
I know, right? It's like, and that they're probably gonna die at like 45 from it too.
That's disturbing. I mean, it's like it kind of. I guess the body dysmorphia also kind of may come from like say bodybuilders who took steroids in order to make their body bigger. But that's also different. It's also pretty different.
Uh,
Steroids bad, but
Steroids, you still need to do work to get them. All that is literally just taking oil and injecting
his arms look like I could take a needle and they would make a noise. You would
it.
see you would see air. You would see like helium come out of them. Like
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Uh, mm.
oh
It's
my
like I
god.
think they like strive from like a lot like people they use steroids a lot online, and it's like people think that they're natural and that the physiques they have are perfectly obtainable without steroids, and that like creates a big old like misconception of what's
Yeah.
possible and what's not.
Now I'm gonna go.
Like Liver King, for example. You ever heard of Liver King before?
I am not.
How have you not heard of Liver King? Hang on, I'll send you a picture. Just give me 1 second, cause this dude is a specimen for sure.
White dash. So let's go to. I'm gonna go ahead and just say this now. There is a main thing there's a big thing that you can tell how if people are taking steroids or not. There's a big difference between somebody juicing and somebody not juicing. There's a specific muscle toward in between the shoulder and the neck that grows very slowly,
Yeah, I
extremely
know.
slow. If you were to work out, you would not even notice it. But like you see bodybuilders with those big like extra shoulders on their necks, these big punches. And if you were to see those like people with big things like that on their neck, that means they're juicing. Those
Yeah.
muscles would not naturally grow like that.
So I just sent you a picture of Liver King. Let me
Oh
give you one
yeah,
sec.
this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, Liver King. So he's like he's admitted that he does steroids and shit like that. And but the thing is, he like sells supplements and he like tells people that they'll be able to look like him if they take the supplements. And it's like no.
Listen, I do understand it.
And
Certain
like
people
he's known
do.
for like eating like fish eggs right out of the fucking fish's ass and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's right. He eats like raw meat or stuff. Like,
Yeah, he's got the carnivore diet and shit. The primal diet as he calls it.
well, that's the thing. I mean, certain raw meats actually aren't bad if you eat them raw
Well,
compared to
yeah,
others.
but he eats like testicles and shit.
Yeah, that's you see now that's where the problem that starts happening. He just I could just imagine him going under like he goes directly under a horse and just the
I
balls.
don't doubt that he's probably thought about it before. I don't doubt he's probably thought about doing that.
Oh god. Liver King, don't get me wrong, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
He's a
he's kind of
character.
funny. Yeah.
He's a character, all right, but Jesus,
And he does genuinely work out like crazy. He's like he definitely did work for his body, but like
that's true. That's
at
true.
the same time, it's still steroids. Like I'm not gonna like discredit him because his workout regimen is fucking insane. He like works out 6 days a week and like does something like a 10 mile climb with like weights on his back or some shit like that, along with like a whole bunch
That's
of other
true.
crazy shit. But like
Yeah,
still, just
it's
another bad example for the gym community of like what's possible and what's not without steroids.
yeah, like I do understand if like say somebody wanted a certain physique, a certain way to look, but of course that all kind of depends on how genetic you are.
True.
Like like for me, I have a fast metabolism, so it's hard for me to gain weight. But on top of that, I also have a bit of digestive issues. So it's hard for me to gain weight. That doesn't mean I can't gain muscle.
You're a
I can,
Victorian child in the common day era.
yes, yes, and my immune system is very shot. Say that much, but it doesn't discourage me from because I'm still pretty good. For
Hmm.
one, I've realized I am more flexible, more lean. I mean, sure. Do I want to? I don't know. Do I want like say a best way to describe it? Maybe like kind of like a fit or a cut look, like muscle, but not too much muscle.
It's kind of hard to not be lean. It's kind of hard to not be lean when you like 10% body fat.
Yeah, that's true. It's like I don't got any body fat on me. Any
Yeah.
muscle really.
Well, thing is with you, you're like, I'd say you're more built for definition. I'd say,
That's true.
cause you're 5'7", 155, stuff like that. Well, me, like for example, you'd be more for like aesthetics. Well, me, I'm like almost 6 foot. I'm like 260, and like I'm just big. I've always
You
just been
are
big. So it's
what a
like for
beefy
me, I'm
one.
more for like size and just like strength and shit like that. Like
Which is wait,
like my recent deadlift is fucking 385, which is pretty good.
yeah.
And I'm squatting 315 for reps now.
And you want to go for what, like the strongman competition, or what would you say
I
it
want
was?
to eventually go for America's Strongest Man. I want to
Yeah,
like,
that's
and then if I win that, World's Strongest Man.
yeah, an intense competition where what, just like a bunch of powerlifters.
Strongman.
Yeah, strongman. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Yeah, yeah, but I still got a long way to go before I'm even close to that level.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
gotta be deadlifting at least 700 to even think about going in, even think about competing in. Hell, if they think about competing in America's Strongest Man, we need to fucking deadlifting 700, squatting like at least 600, more than that actually. My bench press needs to go up in that too.
Yeah.
I need to start practicing stuff like the Atlas Stone lift or like the cake toss, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm only 17. I got a good decade or so, decade, 2 decades or so.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get beefy and by that point.
I mean, for those who come from my TikTok and like see my weight training videos, you see I'm not bluffing on that.
That's true. He's a big boy.
But yeah, of course
I mean,
I am wanting to get a little bit more lean. I guess at least when school's out and I have more control over how I spend my time, I am definitely gonna get more lean. But then I'm just gonna dive back into strength training.
yeah. I mean, now you see him. He's beefy. When you look at someone like me, I look like XQC.
Average gamer build.
Average gamer. Whoa, what is going on, dude? Like, strain deck, analyzer, fucking moderator stance. sound filter, pedals, controller, 6 consoles, 10 computers, bunch of fucking wires, sound pad, speaker, antenna, satellite, dog cam, cat tree, cat this. One of my favorite freaking XQC clip of all time. Besides the one where it's like, oh my god, there's a 6-inch cock.
He's whipping his dick out. He's pulling his cock out. Wait, that's most critical. Never mind.
That's voice critical, yeah.
Yeah, still pretty
It was a
funny.
it was a misinput. It was a misinput. Calm down. Calm down. Oh god, there's a wasp in my room. Oh no.
The
Oh god.
cockroach too. God.
Yeah. Now for people like Moist Critical, he's got a sleeper build.
Yeah, I think you and him are about the same height actually.
That's true. And uh with the way my body kind of works, it is kind of like a sleeper build in a similar way. Although if I do gain more muscle, it will retract and kind of stay in a sleeper build because when I flex, muscle does show, but when my arm stays flat or like
You
relaxed,
gotta
no muscle.
start working out more in your own time, man. Gotta start
That's
hitting them
true.
calisthenics, man.
That's
Telling
true.
you.
Because when I looked at like different calisthenics, that is kind of stuff what I was looking into. Because for me, I do want to get into like stuff like dancing and like acrobatics.
Hitting the gritty does not count as dancing, Rune.
Hitting the gwitty. Oh my god, I'm literally hitting the gwitty.
Okay,
I'm
shut.
literally hitting the gwitty right now. I'm I'm running through the field hitting the gwitty.
God. You'd probably kill yourself doing gymnastics, man.
Who knows? I mean, I'm not say like looking into it as like professional career.
Yeah, I
More or
know what you
less,
mean. I know what you
yeah,
mean.
more or less, yeah, just more or less as a milestone,
It's like a little
something.
hobby.
Yeah, yeah, different things that I'm looking for, like dancing, like stuff like that, like some pretty intense, like some pretty cool, like those funny dance rom com movies where they're just like doing backflips and shit. Some stuff like that because when I jump, because I can jump straight up to a certain degree where I can put my knees into my chest, crouch my body, and I can jump a pretty tall distance. And I'm good at climbing trees, good at those kinds of things. One thing though that kind of inhibits me from like doing too many rough things, how soft my hands are. I hate it. You still
Hmm.
there, Mario?
Yeah, sorry.
Like you're dead silent. Like what?
Sorry, I got distracted.
Wait, were you on your phone that entire time while I was talking?
I was listening to you. I got some messages I had to read. I was like looking
Yeah,
through. Sorry, I was listening. I was listening. Don't
direct
worry.
direct text
I
message.
heard about like jumping, like your flexibility and shit like that. I was listening.
It just gets a text message. We're here to talk to you about your bike's extended warranty.
Oh yeah, also so for like the scam calling thing. So I found a couple numbers actually.
Ooh.
I do. I've actually found this subreddit that literally just gives them out.
I actually I actually recently called a funny phone number. Like it was in I'm guessing you know like Ted Nivison and Schlatt and like
Yes.
Slimesicle and all them.
Yeah,
Like
kinda.
you ever see the video of where they were like making custom bumper stickers?
No, I haven't. I don't watch them. I know of them, but I don't watch them really.
Okay, so there's a YouTuber called Ted Nivison. He's a friend of Schlatt and Slimesicle. He made a video of them checking out funny, goofy bumper stickers that people put on the back of their cars. There's one bumper sticker that someone put on the back of their car that was a phone number. It was 1-800 eat shit, and they called the phone number in the video. I'm like, you know what? I want to try this. I called the phone number, and it was the exact same. It was the exact same thing that happened in the video. The audio that picked up the weird message. It was pretty funny because I was just by myself when I called the phone number, and I'm like, what?
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
that was honestly 1-800 E shit. Dialed it.
You know what we
Yeah,
should do for a video? We should like make like a super satirical video where we like do like as overreacting as possible, and we like look up cursed phone numbers and look at them at 3 a.m.
like a J Station video.
Yeah, but like make it so like
Today,
overly,
everyone.
make it like so overly stupid that it's obviously satire type of deal.
Today, everyone. I'm going to be putting my phone in my friend's butthole.
That's probably honestly a video he would have done. I mean, he literally did like shit where it's like, tonight we are contacting my dead girlfriend with the Ouija board in the cemetery at 3 a.m.
Today we are going to be purchasing slaves.
Today we are going to be giving Kermit the gay potion, which was an actual thing he made.
Yeah, same thing with the slaves video. Like I said, J Station was a different character when he was still on
I used
YouTube.
to actually watch him a while. Like when he just started his stuff, I used to kind of watch him
Yeah,
before he
then he got
got
banned.
like overly crazy.
Yeah, before he started joking that before he said that his girlfriend was dead, even though that she wasn't, and then he got banned off of YouTube.
God, that's crazy. Fucking, that's like some fucking like meme shit that someone would like make a joke about, but like never actually do, unironically. But J Station fucking did it unironically.
That's
Like,
true.
God, that's like some shit you'd see in like a dank memes subreddit or something. Like,
And then also, J Station has made lots, lots of different videos. Specifically, well, of course, everyone knows like his like probably like his most famous series in quotations, like the Ouija board and the 3 a.m. shit.
yeah, honestly think he was like one of the main catalysts of that trend.
Yeah, so at a certain point, it got really out of hand where he started getting into lots of controversies. Specifically, at a certain point where there was this YouTuber, Etika. You know Etika Mario?
I probably have seen them, but I probably just don't recognize the name. Just give me a second. I'll just look it up real quick.
All right, now Etika, he was a really popular YouTuber slash streamer at a certain point on YouTube. He loved making these funny over like big reactions of videos, specifically to reactions of certain characters coming to Smash Bros as like guest characters. He would get excited for any and everyone, even Fire Emblem characters, which there are about 8 of them now in Smash, which I just gotta say, listen, Japan, I understand Fire Emblem is very popular. You don't need this many.
Ooh, wait a second. I don't know if this is the correct one, but I just looked at the wiki article and it's saying something about pornography.
Probably not because Etika, his name is spelled
Yeah,
Etika.
ETIKA. Yeah, that's what I found. That's what it is. And it says YouTuber and online streamer Super Smash Bros. Enthusiastic reaction to Super Smash Bros.
That's him, all right.
Um, let me see this. Between October 2018 and May 2019, MO5, I guess is like his real name or whatever, demonstrate or like his YouTube name or whatever, demonstrated signs of mental distress, threatening to commit suicide on multiple occasions and being hospitalized several times. During this period, he uploaded pornography to the EW Network channel. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, so here's what happened. At a certain point, Etika was doing YouTube and
Death? What the fuck?
yeah, spending a lot of time on the internet, he started to like really consider suicide because he wasn't in the greatest mental headscape. And then eventually he did end up committing suicide. And
That's
honestly,
you
it
should have
was
got to that point sooner, honestly.
yes,
Jesus.
because my older brother, he loved watching everything. I mean, I didn't watch him too much, but I watched him like every now and then because he was funny. He was genuinely one of those creators that was like just like really funny and helpful. Even in videos, he was very inspirational and very uplifting and motivating. But at a certain point, he just didn't, it just got a little too much for the guy, and he ended up committing, committing suicide. And honestly, that sucks to see like somebody so positive get Sorry for making that
Yeah.
very depressing. I did not mean to.
Yeah, mental illness is difficult.
But the worst part about all that is the fact that YouTubers like J Station made videos very, very quickly after Etika died. I'm going to be communicating with Etika at
God,
3 a.m.
they're
with the
trying to
Ouija
freaking,
board.
they're trying to freaking spawn trap him. Jesus, like let the dude rest in peace. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not even like say hours after his death was announced on the news, people were already on that shit, ready to make videos.
The thing is, he probably made he probably made thousands off of it too.
That's, I mean, yeah, that's,
Jurisdiction definitely made thousands off of it.
and I'm not sure if it was just specifically him or possibly other YouTubers that have possibly money, made more money off of just profiting off of that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's a big difference between like YouTubers like commentary YouTubers like Moist Critical or like what's another one or Turkey Tom or just like commentary YouTubers all ish like that. Like making a cover of what happened and stuff, and then there's people who just like straight up make fun of his death. There's definitely a difference there.
Yeah,
But like, yeah.
he was a very he was a very awesome YouTuber. Wish he was still here with us because the thing is that after he died, there was like still a bunch of like say things that happened that he'd love to be a part of, like the announcement of certain characters in Super Smash Brothers.
Bro,
Like,
imagine you found out that Steve from Minecraft.
he if Etika were to see like say Steve in Smash Brothers or even Banjo Kazooie, he would have freaked out because there was a certain point where I forget which character that was announced for Smash Brothers. There was a guest character that was announced for Smash Brothers that he was like so excited about. He broke the shelf right next to him. There was a shelf right next to him, and he jumped up and like destroyed it. And then there was like a certain point where he was like holding 5 bottles of lotion, and he just like threw them in the air. He was like so excited. Like at it, like his like reaction stuff was just way too funny.
What
Like
do you
way, way,
while
way too.
while we're on the topic, what do you think about like YouTubers who do like ghost videos? Do you think they're fake? Or
Yeah,
like
like
do you
with
think
the
some of them are fake but some of them are real? Like what do you think about that?
well, let's go ahead and speaking of which, there's like a whole iceberg for this stuff. So let's go ahead and go down a certain list. So we obviously have the people that are it's obviously fake. Let's go ahead and just say it, J Station.
Guava Juice when he did his Drayum stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah. But
But
these
now he's pretty cool. But now he's a pretty cool dude again.
with these people, they go to certain lengths to just be like, oh yeah, 3 a.m. haunted house, all this stuff. Obviously, obviously they do it at a certain point where it's like it's not exactly satire.
I didn't say the so like there's those guys. Then there's people who I'd say are like pretty credible. Like the boys, for example, they do a lot of haunted exploration shit. And the thing is, I know they're like joking and all that, but like at the same time, they get some like pretty crazy proof of the paranormal sometimes. And it's
Yeah,
like
don't
the thing is, they're all skeptics themselves. So like they wouldn't intentionally lie and shit like that.
yeah, and that's the thing.
Then there's
I
like
believe
Sam and Colby too,
yeah.
who have pretty
Now
thing videos.
now don't get me wrong. I believe in the paranormal. I believe in the idea that there are like certain spirits who walk among us at a certain point among us. But
Shut the fuck up.
but yeah, like I said, it's like yeah, lots of YouTube videos like you could see all of them across the internet. You're gonna be like really skeptic about all of them. Like what? Like say once you're younger, you'd probably believe it more, but the older you get, you're probably like, I don't know. This is kind of sus. This doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, it's kind of like, yeah, this could be real. This could be possible. Like say like certain legends of like hauntings. Of course, the like say Have you ever heard of the Weeping Woman, La Llorona?
Yes, I have. She's like she's like this woman who like lost she like drowned her kids in the lake or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and like she
Drowned
like
her own kid.
sing yeah, and she like sings by lakes to like lure kids to her so she can drown them too.
Yeah, she went. She was. It's a story about a woman who went completely insane, drowned her own children, and then killed herself. And then she then near lakes she'll start singing this song that will draw people in so that she can kill them. There's actually a movie about it that came out I think a few years ago, actually back in like 2021 or 2022.
There's also this one. There's this like, you know, like haunted dolls and shit like Annabelle and shit. Well, there's this
Oh
other
yeah,
doll who I'm actually not gonna say the name of because it's like that's how like cursed it's considered to be to where if you like even just say the name of it, it can like affect you. I'll just say it's like the extended version of Bob, I guess.
Bob.
Yeah,
Oh wait. Yep,
thinking
yep.
you know who I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
and it's like him. It's like he's like so fucking haunted that it's like even going near it, you can like it can like stick with you. It can like cause you can like risk your life just like talking about him.
Yeah,
That's why
I've
I'm
seen.
avoiding saying his name
Yeah,
because even though it's probably not like that, I'd just be rather safe than sorry.
I've seen. I've seen so many different uh, like stories about this specific doll. Yeah, because it's been said in many different stories, many different videos. People have talked about this specific doll for a while. And Bob, he's uh he's he's quite the legend among like say haunted, like say artifacts or
Yeah,
haunted like
he's honestly up there with Annabelle and like how haunted he is.
yeah, Annabelle,
So
like based on a
respects,
true story. Yeah,
all respects to the doll we are talking about right now.
all respect. Yes, all
Oh
respects,
no,
all respects.
seriously though, that's like get chills just talking about it sometimes.
Yeah, the stories that I've heard about this Bob, it's they're pretty weird and in depth, and considering the fact that the doll is real.
Yeah, that's in like a museum.
Yeah, and you can go. Yes, it's. I don't know exactly know the museum.
I
I'll
don't
go and
know too much
I'll search
either.
it up.
I can hear you typing on your keyboard.
I just want to get something that like. Oh yeah, here's the doll. What the fuck?
What?
I forgot there was a movie about this guy.
Huh?
That movie. The doll in the movie and the actual doll are so different. It is so goofy. Yeesh, that is quite the I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and send the image to the general chat.
All right.
See it?
Well, I know what it looks like.
Yeah, so with this guy, he is in a museum. I
Oh,
just
fuck! Get chills just looking at it.
should search him up and see like the image that pops up about the movie. It's so goofy, that freaking doll movie.
I get like legit chills. Jesus Christ!
All right,
Feel like I
so
shove it down my spine.
let's see. Where is the oh, oh shit, look. Wow, look at that. There's like directions towards where he is. Historical landmark. Where is he? Oh, it's in Florida.
Huh? That doesn't surprise me weirdly enough.
Florida men be like,
God.
huh.
I'm not saying what I was gonna say now.
It gives the exact address too. Like the hours it opens. Like it's like an entire museum and like area just for the doll itself.
Well, that makes sense, bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
Dolls, I've been mixed feelings about them.
I do remember like another story about like a doll legend.
Why are
Keep
dolls
snag
always effigies for fucking ghosts? I swear to God.
keep snagging my headphones, man.
Why do dolls always gotta be like the haunted things? Why can't there be like a haunted microphone or something?
Haunted microphone.
Or like
Haunted
a
jug.
haunted, or like a haunted pair of glasses.
Haunted milk jug.
Haunted shoes that make you walk slower.
All right, so there's a. Let's see, let's go and search this up. I guess that's not the right one. So one story that I've heard, and it's always described as like a creepy pasta, as it is one of those famous internet legends that goes around. It's one of the weirder ones that kind of borders into like the DeviantArt and Rule 34 shit.
Oh God, no.
But I've always heard stories about this specific doll when I was younger. Its name is Molly the Dolly or Dolly Molly.
I think I've heard of it. I think
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard of it. I don't know the story, but I think I've heard of that one before.
there's a YouTube video about it. I remember this
Hey,
one.
Nick's reaction video.
We can react to it.
Nah. Nah. It'd be kind of hard to commentate on it. Nah.
Oh my god, I forgot about the YouTube channel that made it. Yes, I remember this guy. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and keep it in our back pocket for a reaction video.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll keep it there just in case we run out of ideas.
Yeah, horror stories definitely. I just realized the massive tangent that we went on to.
Hell, we could do a video where we like read horror stories where it's like not a podcast episode. Like have it as its own separate thing.
That is true, because like I said with that, it's like creepy pasta kind of like stories. There's a certain point where they originate from like certain like videos or pieces of media, everyone knows Slender Man by this point,
Yeah.
and
If
the
they
things
don't
that
know
it
Slender Man, they're probably not on the internet.
yeah,
Or they're like 10.
yeah with Slender Man that originated from like some pretty interesting stuff, like with some like found footage films that people made like on YouTube from YouTube channel called Marble Hornets. They made these videos of like encounters with Slenderman, which they were actually pretty good videos that actually could give you a good scare. Really entertaining, honestly. High quality videos, and then like you see all those weird images of Slenderman and like the background of black and white photos standing right next to children and all that.
Yeah, and then there were like those murders that were based around Slender Man.
Yeah, the Slenderman stabbings
Yep. Or stabbing,
that
I
were
guess.
that were actually related to.
Yeah, that were like it was like I honestly think that was like derivative in like some kind of hang on. There's a plane going over my house.
Oh, it's going over mine now. Do you hear it?
Yeah, I'm muting my mic so it doesn't pick up.
Yeah, hold on, I'll mute mine. All right, the plane's gone. Anyways,
Yeah, alright, we can continue.
yeah, like I said, of course everyone knows a lot about Slenderman. Then you have other ones like what was it, Jeff the Killer or like Eyeless Jack.
Ooh, Alice
Like, oh,
Jack scared me.
yeah, you've got all these different ones. You also got one called like Smile Dog or what other ones like.
You got a bunch of video game creepypastas and like TV show creepypastas too.
That's true.
Like
Like,
Sewer Slide Squidward.
yeah. Oh, the lost episode
Which
creepypastas.
some of them might be like have some realness behind them.
Here's one thing that I love about a certain creepypasta. You know the Amazing World of Gumball, right?
I know exactly where you're going with this.
there was an episode called there's a lost episode in quotations that people called the grieving that
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
apparently people were talked about on the internet all the time, and they say, "Oh yeah, it was an actual episode." But what I love about it is that Cartoon Network actually made an episode about that episode,
Yeah.
like the idea of that creepy
Sorry.
pasta.
Got
What they
chills.
did, what they did with it is that Darwin and Gumball were like it was an episode about Darwin and Gumball just like on YouTube, all like just watching a bunch of like videos that were goofy as heck. But then they stumbled upon a video that said this: "You are now about to watch the lost episode of Amazing World of Gumball, The Grieving." Then it just cuts to this really goofy ass gif of a chihuahua playing a trombone. Which
God.
I when I watched that episode, I remember looking at that and I was like, I was in a shock, and it's kind of like, what? Because it was really funny because they were completely aware of every like all of that stuff going on, and it's kind of of course the whole trend of the Gumball episode was like a year prior. Of course, they were late to the party making the joke, but even then, they still made the joke, which means which means they do at a certain point pay attention to like the jokes on the internet, which I thought was funny.
Well,
Then you have all the other lost episodes of stuff like yeah, like sewer slide, Squidward.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. I think that one had one too.
Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I mean, when it comes to like say lost episodes, that thing, those episodes could, definitely be real because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you watching that show, you could definitely like say take acid or take weed, and it would have no effect on you watching the show. It would be the exact. It would be the exact.
That's funny.
It would be the exact same.
It's already an acid trip. A lot,
But yeah,
honestly, you could say that about a lot of older cartoons, like
uh,
like older Nickelodeon cartoons on
or
like
even
Cartoon
Cartoon
Network.
Network. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, for example, like that one show, fucking what was it called? I mean, Cat Dog was also a really fucked one.
Cat Dog. Yeah, that is a weird cartoon. Then you
Another
also have
one.
stuff.
Go ahead.
You have other ones like Rocco's Modern Life or Camp Lazlo,
Yeah. And
or
also
another
that what's that one? It's like it's like that one thing where it's like this cat looking dude with like this like red thing with like the blue nose. And it's like I can't remember what it was called.
cat cartoons on what was it? Cartoon Network.
I think it was Nickelodeon. It was Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. I can't remember. Uh, he wasn't a cat. He was like cat looking. It was like this
Let's
he was like
see.
this yellow like animal anthropomorphic looking dude with like this like red this like dude had like it's not even like dude it's like thing that had like red hair on his body and like a blue nose or whatever. I think it was a blue nose.
Let's
It's
see.
been forever since I've
Old
seen it.
old Cartoon Network cartoon. Or was it Nickelodeon?
I can't remember. It's been like 10 years, no, even more than that, like 13 years since I've seen it.
I have a feeling I know what you're talking about. You said it's like a blue cat or something?
No, it's like it's one of these is like a red looking thing. I can't remember. Fuck. Um, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, Boomerang. I remember that.
Give me 1 second. Okay, maybe it was Cartoon Network then.
Hmm.
Let's see here.
I remember one like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. That was a good
Oh,
classic.
God, Cow and Chicken was also a weird one.
Oh, Cow and Chicken, yeah. And what was it? There's another cartoon called Mutant Mountain for Fort Awesome.
Hmm.
Let's see. What was it?
God, I'm looking on BuzzFeed right now. God. Ed, and Eddie was also a weird one. There's like a theory on Ed, and Eddie where like all the kids are dead and they're like in purgatory or something.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. That's what it's called. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. This, if any cartoon was an acid trip, it was this.
What's it called?
Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
Secret Mountain for Awesome.
Yeah. This this cartoon was just
What the fuck? Is
you see it?
that Uncle Grandpa? Bro, Uncle Grandpa was also weird. Oh, it is.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
it's like a Uncle Grandpa sequel.
Huh?
It's like a Uncle Grandpa sequel.
What is?
Secret Mountain for Awesome.
Oh, this was before Uncle Grandpa.
No, it's animated short Uncle Grandpa. It's based on an idea from animated short Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah, but this aired back in like 2007
I
and
think Uncle Grandpa also was. No, it says right here, um, 2011 to 2012.
yeah, this show, yeah, this like I said, this show was old. Not sure when Uncle Grandpa.
Let me see when Uncle Grandpa came out. Uncle Grandpa came out 2013. So yeah, huh? What the? Oh, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. Uncle Grandpa was like a short thing first, before it became an actual show. And I'm guessing. Oh God, TV show lore is hard to keep up
Yeah,
with.
Secret I remember growing up with the show Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. This was a weird show. Like there's a character called what's his name? Another freaking plane. God, these characters are so weird. You have one called Puke, another one called Fart,
God.
the Fart. You have Festro, the Fart, Slog, Wheelock, the main cast of characters. This show was an absolute fever dream.
2000s.
It was the weirdest thing that I ever watched when I was growing up as a kid, and like the main cast of characters, it was just disturbing.
God, how can I not find it? It was like one of the more popular shows on there. I can't find it.
God, this
I'm
show is
pretty
so
sure it was an
weird.
early 2000s show too.
Oh wow, I actually do see an image of Uncle Grandpa on Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
I know that's what I was talking about.
It's a weird thing. Oh my god. Like you see all these different cartoons, and I'm just realizing all the different cartoons that I've seen and grown up with. Like, God, I remember these. Hold on. Now
God, I
this
cannot
cartoon. Oh
find
my
it. Fuck.
god. I just found a show that I remember called The Problem Solvers.
Duh.
Huh?
Ha ha ha.
The Problem Solvers. I remember this cartoon. This cartoon is weird. Okay, maybe not now. This was an acid trip for sure.
Yeah.
And the weird part about it is that it's an action.
Bro, where is it?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just copy an image of this and just send it to you.
Ha, found
This.
it. I found it. It's called The Ren and Stumpy Show. No, The Ren and Stimpy Show.
Oh, Ren and
That's the
Stimpy.
one I was talking about.
I remember Ren and Stimpy, dude. Ren and
Hang on.
Stimpy. This this show, this show was something
My
else.
mom's being loud, so we might have to cut this short.
All right. Oh my God, Ren and Stimpy. Now that.
Well, yeah, we've been recording for an hour, 10 minutes.
Did you see what I put into the general chat?
Yeah, I saw. It looks like a fucking something I can't say on here.
It's called The Problem Solvers. I remember that cartoon too. Oh my God. Ren and Stimpy. Now, let's go ahead and search up a different cartoon that I remember. Now, this was quite the show.
Hmm.
This was a show that I loved when I was younger. Right here.
Oh, I think I've seen like an episode of this, and that's it.
Augie and the Cockroaches was one of my favorite cartoons growing up, along with another one that was made by the same studio.
Oh god.
My God, this is just a trip down memory lane today. Oh, look at this. This show.
God, when Mac looks at the chat, she's gonna wonder what the fuck we were doing.
I want to see T look at the chat. Now, this cartoon, another one.
God, they
You
put
see
all
it?
these images in. Yeah, Zig Shark. What the fuck even
Yeah,
is that?
it's a show called Zig and Sharko.
God, what's with like old cartoons and things having big noses? Jesus.
Oh God,
I think it's time we
bro,
call
I.
it. I think we need to
All
call
right,
it.
yeah, sure, sure. We tend to use some pretty good topics.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Some way too depressing more than others. That was not even. There was no contact there. They're so soft. Anyways, thank you all very much for joining us today on this episode of the Nameless Podcast.
Nameless.
I am.
Nameless.
Oh, fuck.
Nameless.
Shit. Sorry. I'm still getting used to our. Still getting used to our rebrand, the SlapDash podcast. Thank you all very much for joining us today on the SlapDash podcast. And I'm your host of the most, joined by my co-host today. And don't forget to use code SlapDash at w.gg for 10% off any purchase. Thank you all very much.
We'll see y'all next time.